So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. This game, of course, being brought to you from one of the most recognisable grounds in the British Isles. It is, of course, Ibrox. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
Well, we're on the way. Looks to thread it through. Hoists it forward. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. And it's played forward. And the counter is on. Gascoigne. It's come, and the shot! It's there! Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Tries to get it forward quickly. Gascoigne. Chance! And he's there to cut it out. Steered forward.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Dinks one in. He's there to receive it. He's got away with one there.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Looking for goal! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Oh, his instinct was brilliant, but not the finish.
Good take, and he's gone for it! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Tries to get it clear. Going for goal! Oh, bang on target. Well, they could break here. Just brushed off the ball there. He gets past his man. Forward it goes. And he's there to clear it. Tries a shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Well positioned to make that interception. And there's the end of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, and ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now. We're back on the first 45 minutes.
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Glasgow leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're underway again.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
He's gone for it! It goes to show he is human after all.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Shooting chance!
Again, let me mention what a wonderful stop the goalkeeper pulled off there. Really wonderful.
Hoists it forward. Brings it forward. Gascoigne! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
So here comes a substitution. Knocks it away. It's on a... It's one! And it's played forward. The ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Oh, and the finish! Look at that! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. The movement so precise. The finish some.
Effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
But there's going to be another change here. Glasgow get themselves a two-goal cushion.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Well weighted, well read, he sorted that out. Tries to get it forward quickly. Good ball. Trying to get there. Looking for a decent ball in. Defender's on the back foot. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Goes for goal! They've done it! With so little time left. Grandstand finish. That was a given. It always was.
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the pasta to pick him out.
This is threatening to become a really good game. He's looked long this time. Glasgow Need to hold on for a few more. Shoots! It's in! And surely now, the results are beyond doubt. That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, it's pretty damning on the part of that defence, Peter, that he was allowed so much time and space. But I think you have to give credit where it's due. And it was a brilliant setup and finish.
And the referee brings it to a close. Glasgow did it. Terrific team effort to satisfy both the boss and the fans. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Glasgow have some very strong runners from midfield, and it's not often you'll see a team be so effective by advancing through the middle like that, but this was very impressive, the way they cut through the heart of that defence.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. And from the team sheet, we derive that they are going with a 3-4-3 formation, Jim.
Yeah, Peter, and I would say that this setup is probably mostly geared to the front three. I think keeping them busy with chances is obviously a responsibility for everyone else in the team, so the midfield four in particular are keen to get on the front foot and play their part. The back three have just got to get on with it, and at times they are left a little exposed.
So off we go then. And he's going long. Tries to get it clear. Quick glance and tries a shot! And he's there to clear it. And that has been clubbed away. Seems now to be all about width.
Well, when you have the personnel to create in wide areas, then they need to see as much of the ball as possible.
Cleared away. So it is still 0-0. Forward it goes. Oh, good interception. Keeper's got good distance on that. What a throw in. has got rid of that. Cleans it out wide. Heading towards half-time, and it is still scoreless. That's gone a long way up and away. Cut out in the nick of time. And there is the half-time whistle. So another team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. So your views on the first half?
Well, they've never really been threatened in the first half. I think it's been a magnificent team effort. The work rate has been superb. Very, very organised.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And we're already back underway here. A tight old game so far. Can that change now? That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. And he's surging through, and that's sprayed out wide. Tries to dink it in. Surely shoots. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That was great pressure to force the initial error, Peter. It's the perfect example as to why this is a favourite tactic of a lot of teams these days.
Out to the right. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Not long left, and still we await the breakthrough. Tries to get it forward quickly. Has he picked him out? Shapes to shoot!
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now surely! Oh, chance! Another save.
Oh, that's a stunning save. I mean, his reflexes were incredible then. That's as good a save as you'll see.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So we have a double substitution going on here. And he's there to hoof it away.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Hoists it forward. Well, that's where he wants it. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Gets it upfield. And that will be the final act. And stalemate. One, if not for fans, then perhaps for coaches, satisfied by organisation and solidity. Little cutting edge at either end, and it finishes 0-0. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result in my opinion.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1. And it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Plays it out to the flank. It's gone for a throw-in. And the finish! It's in! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? He could be in here. Trying to get there. Oh, and another time! Oh, he couldn't get hold of it.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Kolasinac. Stark. Played out to the right. Hit long and direct. Crosses it in. And that's out of reach. He acknowledges that he should have come up with... And they've been caught out here! Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? He's got away! Plays it back. Big chance! Gets on, it goes for goal! Chance to break. This could spell... He's gone for it! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Knocks it away. And we hit half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth, they've not really been at it so far. talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Another throw-in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. It's all shooting chance! Goal! They have come roaring back! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Tries to dink it in. It's got, and the shot! Cleared away. Tries to get it forward quickly. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Time for a change in personnel. Tries to switch the play. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his
He's
aggression
beaten the
before
keeper,
the ref does it
but
for
hit
him,
the
Peter.
post. He can get that clear. And the weighted pass. That has put a stop to that.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And now they can launch a counter. Shoots! Decent enough try.
Well, I suppose it wasn't the worst attempt if you consider how far out he was.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Two changes being made right now. Can't get the better of his opposite number. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Out to the right. They are right into last chance territory. He's it out of harm's way. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, a game that had everything except a winner. Really watchable and honours even. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Dortmund emerging for this crucial group game here. The tournament still in its relative infancy, but it is already developing into quite a spectacle, and that, of course, is what you expect from this, the greatest of all the tournaments. It has been terrific stuff so far, so let us hope that the trend continues here and now. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. They do appear, Jim Beglin, to be going with a 5-3-2 formation.
Well, a reinforced rearguard, Peter, and a compact midfield probably suggests that they're focusing much on giving very little away. I think if you commit to that, then you really can't afford to concede, because it clearly demands a quick change in approach if you do, which isn't always easy, because in the build-up to this, believe me, they'll have been working principally on organisation and shape in training, and it's not easy just to suddenly come out of that.
And we're underway. Gets wrestled off the ball. That's surely a foul. Free kick. He could be in here. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Looks to dink one in. Going for goal! Durham. He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Oh, the ball's come loose! That is terrific skill. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Forward it goes.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Ball's loose, who's getting there? Neither side yet able to find the net. Played into space out wide. Well read, he sorted that out. And here's the chance to counter. Durham. That's put paid to a promising move. Oh, real danger here. He's gone for it. They've scored!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Good ball, it's found its target. Big chance! Goal! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one.
Dortmund are looking strong on the break. Winning the ball in midfield is one thing, but it's the clever use of counter-attacking. That's the real highlight.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me.
It's the whistle for half-time. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, we thought this would be close, Peter, and it's proving us right so far. They're well matched, and it presents a fascinating battle of wits to see who'll emerge on top or otherwise.
It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. So once again, we're underway. Tries to get it forward quickly. Crunching tackle. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Plays it long. Away from immediate danger. Durham. Clears it out of harm's way. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Durham. Gorgeous control there. It's come loose. Whipped in. And now the breakaway. Brought forward. What does he try from here?
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb. Dortmund showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now. Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
He's had a shot! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
And it's been taken short. Here's the chance to cross. And it's played forward. So that's it. It is all over. A very good game of football. No winner. But both sets of fans have got their money's worth. Fine entertainment. And it ends all square. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Dortmund certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
So we're up and running. Played in with accuracy. It's got through to him. Vieri. Zidane. Managed to get it away. Oh, good. And the shot! There it is! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Del Piero. And now they can launch a counter. Has a pop! That has certainly tested the keeper.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Zidane. Hardly anything between the sides. And the score has a pop! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Oh, this fella's as slippery as a needle the way he freed himself to score. I mean, for that defence, it was a case of, now you've got him, now you don't. Brilliant.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Forward it goes. Hits one! And that certainly packed a punch. Being played forward. Going for goal! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Hoists it high. He's through the middle. We hit half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Half of massive entertainment and excitement. A two-goal margin, yes, But all things still possible. Here's the start of the second half. Conti. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, smart save. Fence has got rid of that. Danger averted for now. Played into space out wide.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frighten the people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
Conti, he's picked him out. Tries to get it forward quickly. And they've been caught out here. Up for the header! And he's there to hoof it away. And somehow he managed to miss it.
Yeah, this is part of the job. Head down and keep plugging away. Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Good throw at all, really. He's given away possession cheaply. Now the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Has a hit! Oh, he's managed to miss it. Oh, good shapes to shoot! Really well taken goal. Right back in the game.
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
90 minutes up, we're into stoppage time. Just a few... Real chance! And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that really is so impressive.
Well, none of us were exactly sure how that was going to end up then, but I'm delighted to see such a happy ending after...
And that's that. Solid, if not especially fancy, always in control. They did enough to win it. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and ruthless.
Manchester emerging for this crucial group game here. The tournament still in its relative infancy, but it is already developing into quite a spectacle, and that, of course, is what you expect from this, the greatest of all the tournaments. It has been terrific stuff so far, so let us hope that the trend continues here and now. Well, here is a ground that requires no formal introduction. One of the truly iconic venues of our sport, the place where dreams are made. It is, of course, Old Trafford, Manchester. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big trophies with exactly this setup.
There's the whistle, and here we go. And he's going long. Chance to squeeze it through. No, not quite. Tries to get it forward quickly. Cuts it out. Gets into a dangerous position. It's a loose ball. Goes direct to the front line. Well played, he saw that coming. Let down by a lack of accuracy.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Hoists it forward. Lobs it in gently. Massive leap! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's a real shame, Peter, because it was beautifully worked. Took the defence out of the picture, but he'll be in no hurry to watch the replay.
Forward it goes. And the shot! Goal!
Manchester are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Manchester break the deadlock.
He's just gone and reminded us yet again of what a threat he carries.
And he's there to clear it. Manchester get it back again. Scholes. And it's played forward. Manchester got their goal at the end of the first half. And it's 1-0. It's being played forward. And it's the whistle for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A really decent game up to now.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with the first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain their momentum now and finish the job.
Manchester are in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And the game has already resumed here. Manchester carrying a one-goal lead. Scholes. And he's there to hoof it away. And that's been won straight back. Well positioned to make that interception. Dinks one in. Just about up to the hour now. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend us.
Beckham. Oh, shooting chance! There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
This is promising. And it's played forward.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
It's a brilliant intercept. Hits one!
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Deftly done. Timely intervention.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to...
Shapes to shoot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. It's going to be a double change then. And it's been taken straight back. Chance to break. Real chance! And that is it. The referee has seen enough. What a game. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it all came down to just the odd goal. Maybe sum up what we've witnessed, Jim.
Well, to me, this is a result, Peter, that says an awful lot more than the scoreline suggests. You know, after the goal, the team just settled down and looked surprisingly confident.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers can be a real help to this team. I mean, 4-4-2 these days, Peter, gets a lot of criticism, but it's unfair. Any system can work if you've got the right players.
So that's got things underway. Hoists it forward. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. He's found his man. Has a pop! He's delivered all right!
Listen, scoring early doesn't guarantee you anything, but the first goal was always important, and that's a terrific opening.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. And it's played forward. Forward it goes. Tries to get it forward quickly. Danger averted for now.
Well, there's a lot of movement out wide now.
Yeah, you can certainly see that.
Well, I think it's a move to open the game up more, whether out wide or just getting a runner through the middle now.
Over to the left. Yeah, he's made sure that that won't get through. Chance to shoot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Great leap! Just off target.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
And it's played forward. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Has a hit! Knocks it away. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Hits one! He's had a look, and oh! Oh, and they've been caught out here. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. Great chance here to level it up. Zahavi! Decent enough try. Cleared away. Hits one! Well, that was wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Defending of the desperate variety. Just wouldn't be beaten there. Well read, he sorted that out. And the counter is on. Oh, well, and the whistle goes for half-time. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, it hasn't exactly gone to plan so far, but there's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
Here we go again then.
Well, I'm sure the managers talk the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
Hoists it forward. Now a chance to break. Gets it back. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Forward it goes. Out to the left it goes. Oh, that's nice. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Gets a good foot in. And here's the chance to counter. More than happy to take the muscular approach.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
That's clear cut. It's a free kick. So here comes a substitution. Keeper sends it forward. He's got options out wide.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage. Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Sahavi. Now short chance! And he has been fouled there. Yet another dead ball chance. And now as good a time as any to pull level. That was travelling. Oh, they can break here. He spotted the run and played him through. He's gone for it! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
The changes then in quick succession.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in...
Has a hit! And the follow-up! Back of the net! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
I might sound a little harsh here, but the keeper, I felt, could have done a better job in ensuring that ball didn't go back out into the danger area.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, some fans are already on their way out, so that to me says everything, Peter.
He's had a shot! And that will be the final act. Well, it's ended in defeat and frustration. They just didn't get the breaks. No reward for a very genuine effort. It is a hard one to take, this. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, they were posed with problems in wide areas, and they couldn't find the solution to those wide defensive positions. A very poor show.
Milan emerging for this crucial group game here. The tournament still in its relative infancy, but it is already developing into quite a spectacle, and that, of course, is what you expect from this, the greatest of all the tournaments. It has been terrific stuff so far, so let us hope that the trend continues here and now. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
So that's got things underway. Cuts it out. Tries to get it forward quickly. Hoists it forward. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? It's a brilliant interception. Forward it goes.
Midway through the first half, and there's an impotence about this game that's causing me concern, and probably most of the stadium too. Let's just hope that by the end it'll have been forgotten.
Maldini tries a shot! Goal!
And you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. And they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Milan put themselves into the lead.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. And the shot! And for a moment, time stood still. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Milan are in control here on the brink of half-time. Maldini. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. And he's cut it out. And now they can launch a counter. Loses his balance and loses the ball. And the whistle goes for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but that had still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with the first half performance and the scoreline. They definitely want to maintain the momentum now and finish the job.
Milan, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Milan going well here, and they're in a good position to kick on and add to their lead. They don't have to overcommit, but they can place more emphasis on stretching their advantage without necessarily neglecting things defensively.
And it's played forward. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Oh, shooting chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, the work rate to win the ball back was fantastic, and it set up the opportunity. That's great effort.
A spectacular effort! In for the follow-up! They've done it! And the second half is off to a flyer! He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Well, as they say, Peter, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. And we've just witnessed a player who was rewarded for his willingness to take a risk, as cunning as it comes.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Done very well to intervene. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. What a... Has a pop! Oh, taken with style! Into the lead once more!
Milan are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, that's the currency he deals in, and he's come good yet again. Never the one to let you down in these situations.
Forward it goes. Get a throw in. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Well, that's not going to go down too well with his teammates. It's got through to him. And the shot! Milan just have to run down the clock.
They're making life really hard for themselves. The ball needs to be in the mixer, not there.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Has he picked him out? Shapes to shoot! He scores! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
2 up and that's it. Milan did it. Terrific team effort to satisfy both the boss and the fans. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Milan have some very strong runners from midfield, and it's not often you'll see a team be so effective by advancing through the middle like that, but this was very impressive the way they cut through the heart of that defence.